As a biotic, Miranda Lawson would have a few stellar abilities of her own. But for starters, she often employed Overload, a tech power designed specifically to destroy synthetics, but also useful at bringing down one's shields. Again, Miranda's other abilities allowed her to bolster her weapon damage and personal vitality, but it was also used for her squad as a whole. When it came to her individual powers, Biotics is where her best abilities lied. She had a talent for Warp and Slam, two biotic abilities that went hand in hand. Slam allowed her to lift her enemies in the air and toss them to the ground, doling out blunt force trauma. Warp created a small Mass Effect field, dealing damage to armor and shields, disabling health regeneration. Used together, the biotic duo could be devastating. It's likely that Miranda's typical strategy would be to open her opponents up with Overload, devastating synthetics or disrupting shields. Once she did that, she would try to finish off her foes with Warp, Slam, or a combination of both. This round is more difficult to call. My initial thoughts were that it would go decisively to Miranda because of her biotics, but when examining Ashley's abilities, the decision becomes a little bit more murky. Even if Miranda's Overload does get through Ashley's shields, there is still her heavy armor she has to deal with. And that's assuming that Miranda could successfully use Overload against Ashley. Ashley herself could find more success with her Disruptor ammo. Even so, when you stack each of their abilities side by side, Miranda seems to have the abilities that would work more consistently and more effectively. Ashley could miss her shots or misthrow a grenade. Miranda's use of biotics could have a higher rate of success than Ashley's special attributes. For this reason, I give Miranda Lawson the slight edge for her special abilities. The fight between Ashley Williams and Miranda Lawson would go beyond a simple catfight. They both represented two different ideologies of humanity's presence in the galaxy. Not only would a fight between the two be a close one, it would also be extremely plausible. Ashley was an Alliance Navy soldier, and Miranda was a Cerberus officer, two factions that were often at each other's throats. Miranda gets the physical edge between the two of them, but this is due more to her agility and inherent perfect biology than anything else. Ashley gets the edge for her combat skills, mostly due to her equipment more than anything else. And while Ashley had many tools at her disposal with regards to her Inferno grenades and Disruptor ammo, Miranda gets a slight edge for her more versatile use of biotics. Let's set up this fight. Let's say it takes place in the courtyards of Ilium. As a final tally, I would say the advantage to the victor goes 6-10. The following is a hypothetical battle of one of the majority victories. The two will start at a good distance away from each other. I believe it will be Ashley who will start the attack, laying down suppressive fire, forcing Miranda to take cover behind a bench or a planter. Miranda would not be able to bring her heavy pistol nor her submachine gun to bear. The rapid fire of Ashley's assault rifle would be too much. Continuing her approach, Ashley would throw out an Inferno grenade. This might seem like an easy victory, but I actually think Miranda would turn the throw to her advantage. With an outstretched hand, Miranda would telekinetically throw the grenade back in Ashley's direction, forcing the Spectre to take cover of her own. They would both stay in cover, waiting to get a potshot off against their foe. Ashley would pop out first, but instead of meeting her gun to gun, Miranda hits her with Overload, and Ashley's shields would be disabled. With this in mind, Miranda would press her own attack, laying down suppressive fire of her own. While Miranda is exposed, Ashley would hit her with a concussive shot, breaking down Miranda's shields as well. But the bold move would be costly. Miranda's shots would find Ashley's armor, partially piercing through. The impact of the blow would send Ashley tumbling on her backside. Miranda does not slow her approach, coming closer and closer to Ashley. Cocking back her arm, she throws out a biotic throw, but Ashley is ready. Through her expert marksmanship, She fires direct shots at Miranda's arm. The shot would land, and Miranda's biotic throw just misses to the right. But Miranda has another free hand. Throwing up a gesture with her left hand, she would enable the ability of warp, doling out damage to the remains of Ashley's armor. Then, Miranda would clutch her fist, lifting Ashley in the air and slamming her to the ground. The Spectre would lay on the ground with no indication of getting back up. And thus, I declare Miranda Lawson, the Cerberus agent, the victor. Of course, this is all my opinion. Please leave your thoughts and comments below. Discussion is always my favorite part. And as always, peace, love, and this is my favorite YouTube channel on the Citadel.
The device is still offline, but the base of operations should be just over there.
Edie's body was originally designed to fight against organic humans, while Legion and the Geth spent most of their time fighting organic Quarians. The name's Shepard. Antoine Shepard.